Vinegar versus baking soda. The shocking truth about what really wakes up your soil life. Have you ever poured something harmless like vinegar or baking soda on your soil just to see what happens? What if I told you that one of these kitchen staples can wake up your soil's living community, while the other could quietly wipe it out? Today, on Soil and Crop Central, we're diving deep into a surprising battle between two everyday household items, vinegar and baking soda, and how they truly affect your soil's hidden world beneath the surface. The hidden world beneath your soil. Your soil isn't just dirt, it's a living, breathing ecosystem filled with bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and earthworms, all working day and night to convert organic matter into plant food. But here's the catch. This living network thrives under specific pH and moisture conditions. Change those conditions too much, and the entire soil food web can either explode with life or go silent like a dead planet. That's why understanding how simple substances like vinegar and baking soda influence soil life is so crucial. Both are powerful in their own way, but their effects couldn't be more different. Vinegar and soil. So, is it the acidic awakener or a silent killer? Vinegar is acetic acid, natural, cheap, and incredibly potent. Just a few drops can change the soil's chemistry faster than most fertilizers. But is it good for your soil life? The answer depends entirely on how much you use and how you dilute it. When used in small, diluted amounts, vinegar can help unlock nutrients by temporarily lowering the soil's pH. This mild acidity can release minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus that are often trapped in alkaline or compacted soils. In other words, vinegar, when used wisely, can briefly wake up the soil's microbial community by freeing up their food source. However, overuse turns vinegar from a helper into a destroyer. Full-strength or poorly diluted vinegar, especially anything above 5% acetic acid, can sterilize the soil surface, burning microbial colonies, worms, and plant roots alike. You can think of it as pouring acid rain straight onto your garden bed. If you want to experiment safely, here's the soil-friendly formula. Mix 2 tablespoons of white vinegar in 1 liter of water. Stir well, and use it as a light soil drench no more than once every 3 weeks. This gentle dilution slightly acidifies the rhizosphere, the root zone, without harming microbes. It can also help dissolve mineral deposits in alkaline soils, improving nutrient uptake for crops like tomatoes, peppers, and leafy greens that prefer slightly acidic conditions. Always apply the vinegar solution when the soil is moist and never under strong sunlight. Dry, compacted, or heat-stressed soils are extremely sensitive to acidity, and even diluted vinegar can cause microbial die-off in such conditions. If vinegar brings acidity, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, swings the pH in the opposite direction. It's alkaline, meaning it raises soil pH. Used wisely, it can temporarily correct overly acidic soils and create better conditions for certain crops. But when it comes to soil life, the story gets a bit more complex. Microbes are pH sensitive. The vast majority of beneficial soil bacteria and fungi thrive in the slightly acidic to neutral range, which is around 6 to 7 pH. Adding baking soda directly to soil can push pH beyond 7.5, tipping the balance too far. That's when microbial activity begins to slow down dramatically. Enzyme functions drop, nutrient cycling stalls, and the soil's natural decomposition process weakens. However, just like vinegar, dosage is everything. A mild solution can bring balance to acidic soils without harming microbes. Here's the safe mix. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to 1 liter of water, stir thoroughly, and apply lightly around your garden bed. This dilution helps buffer acidity without introducing excessive sodium, which can damage soil structure over time. Too much baking soda leads to salt accumulation, which not only drives away beneficial bacteria, but also hardens the soil, reducing water infiltration and root aeration. Over months, that salty crust becomes a dead zone, lifeless, compacted, and unable to hold nutrients. So while a teaspoon of baking soda solution can refresh acidic soil life, a heavy hand will turn your once living ground into a desert. Moderation isn't just recommended, it's survival. Which one wakes up soil life better? Now, the real question. Between vinegar and baking soda, which one actually wakes up your soil life better? The answer lies in what kind of soil you're dealing with and what your soil community currently needs. In most cases, vinegar wins, when used sparingly. That's because a mild acidification creates a temporary nutrient release and stimulates beneficial bacterial activity. Microbes involved in decomposition and nitrogen cycling become more active, breaking down organic matter faster and feeding plant roots more efficiently. Vinegar in moderation can act like a mild microbial alarm clock, shocking the soil into renewed activity. Baking soda, on the other hand, is more of a stabilizer. It doesn't wake up microbes as much as it calms overly acidic conditions. It can restore balance in soils suffering from too much organic acid buildup, especially in compost-heavy beds or poorly drained plots. But it doesn't spark new microbial activity. It simply prevents acidic stress. If your soil is compacted, alkaline, or lifeless, vinegar, properly diluted, can gently jolt it awake. If it's too acidic and sour-smelling, often the case in overwatered or compost-rich beds, then a light baking soda rinse can help neutralize the excess acid and restore balance. So in short, vinegar is the spark. Use sparingly to stimulate nutrient release and microbe activity. Baking soda is the reset button, used cautiously to balance overly acidic soil environments. The hidden secret is, it's not about the ingredient. It's about balance. Both vinegar and baking soda can be tools in the hands of a mindful gardener, but neither is a magic bullet. Soil life thrives on balance, not extremes. The goal isn't to flip the soil from acidic to alkaline, it's to create a stable, living environment where microbes can thrive, organic matter can decompose efficiently, and plant roots can breathe easily. Here's a simple truth most gardeners overlook. If your soil lacks organic matter, no amount of vinegar or baking soda will save it. These substances only influence the conditions in which microbes live. They don't feed them. Always combine these treatments with organic compost, mulch, or worm castings. Those are what give microbes the carbon and nutrients they need to multiply and sustain long-term soil health. Think of vinegar and baking soda as tuning tools. Small adjustments that fine-tune your soil ecosystem, not the orchestra itself. The final verdict, folks, when it comes to waking up soil life, vinegar, used in a weak, properly diluted form, has the edge. It's more effective at stimulating beneficial bacteria and unlocking nutrients trapped in alkaline soil. But, misuse can easily backfire. Baking soda, while helpful in acidic conditions, tends to suppress microbial activity when over-applied. The takeaway? Know your soil, start with organic matter, and treat both vinegar and baking soda as occasional boosters, not regular fertilizers. If you've ever experimented with vinegar or baking soda in your garden, drop your results in the comments. Let's see what your soil has to say. And if you found this video from Soil and Crop Central helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share it with other growers who love unlocking the hidden secrets beneath their soil. Because when we understand what wakes up the life beneath our feet, our gardens will never be the same again.